Hi, my name is Patricia Diorio. I am a spiritual mentor, sacred storyteller, and professional intuitive. I'm absolutely delighted and thrilled today to announce my new podcast, Align with the Divine. As you might guess, it is a show about spirituality, but it's about science and spirituality. It's about how science, especially quantum physics, of course, is slowly catching up with this idea of spirituality, with this idea that everything is consciousness, that everything is energy vibrating at a frequency that determines its density. It's an exciting time we're living in now. And, in 1996, I started a TV show on cable in Santa Barbara called The Paradigm Shift. And guess what? We're right in the middle of the paradigm shift 20 something years later. And the paradigm shift I was talking about then was this shift in consciousness as humanity wakes up to the truth of who we truly are. Divine beings having human experiences, showing up as who we think we are. I think we wear these masks of who we think we are, but behind the masks, if we can just come into alignment with it, is our divine self, our true self, our higher self, our God self, our Christ itself. We can call it anything. It doesn't really make any difference, the label. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's a place in us that is timeless, eternal, and omniscient. The place in us that was never born and will never die. It's my vision, my dream, my passion, not only to wake up myself to this place in me that is divine and live life from that place, but to help others do it as well. And that's what this show is about. Anyway, in 1996, when I started the paradigm shift, it was about science and spirituality. And what my premise was that's the same conversation, and that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And where does this quote come from? It comes from a great a Jesuit priest in France, Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. And he had the audacity as a Catholic priest to say that God was within us, that we were aspects of God. And I'm paraphrasing here, obviously. But he was defrocked by the church and his books were banned and all of that, yada, yada. But now, it's coming to pass that Pierre Teilhard de Chardin was correct. And we are coming to this realization through science, going all the way back to the great mystics, Einstein, Schrodinger, Heisenberg, Max Planck, who were pointing fingers in the direction of the fact that we are spirit beings in physical form. So what is Align with the Divine going to be about? It's going to be about helping us move from this concept of being divine, from this intellectual conversation that, do you think it's possible that we could actually be God, the God that we talk about, that we could be an aspect of that, a spark in the body of that, a cell in the body of that? To move from having a conversation about it to having a knowing about it. A belief is an intellectual thought. We can believe something, but it doesn't necessarily make it true. We know this. But when we have a knowing is a feeling. It's not a thought. It's a feeling. It's a feeling in our bodies. It's a feeling in our solar plexus. It's a feeling in every cell of our body. When we know, like right now, I know I'm Patricia Diorio. Nobody has to ask me if I believe I am. Or I know I'm a woman. They don't have to ask me if I believe I'm a woman. I know I'm a woman. And that's what Align with the Divine is about. It was about helping us move from believing to knowing we're divine. I'm going to have on some wonderful guests, and I'm kind of like priming the pump here by saying in the late 90s and early 2000s, I had, are you ready for this? These guests on my show, Gregg Braden, many times, Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief, Joe Dispenza when he was just starting out. And I even interviewed Deepak Chopra in 2014 in another television series I did called Get Conscious Now. So I am going to reach out to these gentlemen to see if they would be willing to come on my podcast. They're luminaries today. If I reached out to them through their assistance, it would probably take me a while to get an answer. But I am hoping to see them actually very soon at a conference that's going to be happening. And I will be asking them, inviting them in person to come on the show. So tune in. I think you're going to enjoy the guests that I have on my show. And it will be launching this spring, early summer. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy, and please give me feedback. I love to hear what you think. And I'm so excited about moving the television show I did for 14 years to video podcasting, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful new way to reach many, many people. So thank you for listening. And I hope that you'll catch Align with the Divine, both video and audio podcast coming soon. Thank you. Bye.